Hi, friends. How are you? I am popping on to have a little bit of a chat because I don't know about you. The question I was asking myself this past week is what in the world is happening, right? I don't know about you, but I am still trying to grow a business during uncertain times. And the thing that has really pushed me through again and again is the ability and the willingness for us to choose fortitude or we could choose fear. And for me, every morning that I wake up and I see news reports, or every morning when I see like tweets or Facebook updates or YouTube videos or Instagram posts, and I feel this overwhelming sense of what is happening, I will choose fortitude. I will choose the ability to say, this is the thing that I will continue to do because whatever you decide you're capable of, you're right. If you decide that you are capable of fortitude, you're right. If you choose fear, you're right. Because during these times, like I've been talking to so many business owners, and the thing that I always want to say is you can find excuses to walk away, or you could find reasons to stay standing. It is not a matter of if we will push through. It's just a matter of when. So I am here coming on to have a chat and answer your questions. So if you have questions, feel free to leave them here for me because the question I have for you, and let's be real, I don't care if you're watching at home, I don't care, you could talk back to your phone, is my question is, do you see opportunities in the air? Because there are two types of entrepreneurs. Like leave a comment here so I know that it's just not me and my mama watching, right? So do you see opportunities in the air? There are two types of entrepreneurs going on in these crazy times. There are entrepreneurs who are like, whoa, things just got real. How can I innovate? How can I change? And then the second type of entrepreneur is just like, I'm going to put my head in the sand and I'm just going to wait for it to pass over. And friends, if you're not innovating during this most amazing time in human history, the time that you have extra time, unexpected time, the ability for you to get out and get out online and start networking and start creating, to start using the opportunities that you have now. Now, you might be hearing me say this and be like, yo, Jasmine, that's just too much optimism for this time in the day. You might be asking, just tell me what I can do right now. And my whole purpose in the world is to empower people to believe that impossibilities are actually possible for them. So the past week and a half, the past 2 weeks, I have been talking to hundreds and hundreds of business owners every single day. And myself and the team, we have made a big commitment, at least for the next 2 months, is to show up and support people in the biggest ways. So I told the team, I was like, okay, guys, we're at this crazy time. Let's make mistakes. But then I quickly changed that to, no. Let's actually make some movement. I don't want to lead in to saying I'm going to make a mistake, right? But can we collectively say, can we create movements during a time of uncertainty, during a time some people feel dread? I feel excitement. I feel hope. I love the journey. I love the fight. I love the ability to say, in spite of the odds, still we continue to rise. What do I love during these moments in history? The key is quick innovation. My friends, what I'm going to walk you through are 5 ways to continue growing during uncertain times to make sure that you don't get left behind. Who is here with me? Like legit. Can I get a witness? Amen. Here we go. Because I want to make sure that y'all know that I am teaching you exactly what I'm doing. This is not a pay. I'm not going to pitch you on something. I'm not going to ask you for your credit card. I'm literally saying, yo, I'm seeing the writing on the wall. I choose to be an entrepreneur of fortitude. I do not choose to be an entrepreneur of fear. So if you are with me and you're like, Jasmine, I am ready to do this. Let me walk you through the 3 questions myself and my team worked through last week that I'm sharing with you today. Question number 1, if you're looking to innovate during this time, is what are people asking for? So you might be in a position to where like, Jasmine, people aren't asking me for things in my business. That's okay. That's fine. I want you to look at what your dream customers are asking for from other businesses, or maybe they're just putting it out. Now I see your questions coming in and I'm going to get to those right in a second, but let's walk through these first 3 questions. Is number 1, what are people asking for? Number 2, what can I do that is culturally relevant? Like, it is going to be important that you do take into consideration that things are changing around us. For you not to mention it, people are like, yo, are you completely out of touch? What would be completely relevant? And then question number 3 is, what can I do that is new? So last week, the Social Curator team and I, we saw that our business directly, now to be fair, I want to be very clear. This isn't a pitch because Social Curator enrollment is closed. So I'm just having a real talk. I'm not going to sell you on anything. Even though I don't mind selling, it's just, it's not available. So we asked ourselves a question, what are people asking for? People are like, Jasmine, can you open Social Curator? Us on the team, we're like, we're not opening it. Like that was already decided last year. We're not going to let outside events affect our vision for what 2020 is about. Then we said, what can we create that's culturally relevant? Well, we see a lot of business owners who are really hurting in their business and we want to help. And then the third question is, what can we do that's new? And so we brainstormed, like we were literally like, we need to answer these 3 questions. And I'm going to tell you what we came up with. I'm going to tell you that we came up to give people access to Social Curator for free. But hang on, this is not about me. And I don't want this to feel like a sales pitch, so I'm going to talk all about you. I'm going to talk right about now the 5 ways to innovate during this crazy time. So all of these 5 ways are free or very inexpensive. So let's chat about what they are. Number 1, I'm a big fan of collaborating with peers. What I have seen happening on the inside of Social Curator is that people are going in and they're now bartering, where it's like somebody's like, listen, I haven't had time to redesign my website. I now need a website, but I don't really have money. So there's graphic designers who are collaborating with calligraphers, with meal planners, with fitness professionals. This is all for free. Like, so my advice to you is, can you reach out to people and say, hey, do you want to collaborate during this time? Number 2 way that you can innovate is to volunteer your talents. So what do I mean by this? Well, there was a member of Social Curator. She reached out to me and she had said, Jasmine, I think I have to walk away from Social Curator because my husband just lost his job, but can we, or he's about to lose his job. Can you help me think of any ideas that we can help him keep his job? And I said, sure. What's his job? She said, he's in the airport transportation services, but because basically nobody's flying, nobody needs transportation to the airport. So they have all these workers, they have all these vans, and they don't know what to do. And he doesn't want to lose his job. And my idea was, okay, this is just facts, right? He's about to lose his job, but nobody's flying. I can't say, have a marketing campaign to get people back in the air. That's not feasible. So I said, okay, the facts are you have vans, his company has vans, his company has drivers, and they have nowhere to go. There are also people with disabilities. There are people in retirement homes and communities. There are also elderly who can't leave their home. What if you created an online campaign on Facebook and on Instagram talking about his transportation company and how during the hours of 7 and 9 a.m., the drivers are volunteering their time and the company is volunteering the van to pick them up and take them to their local grocery store. And then you're going to call your local newspaper and you're going to call your local news station and you're going to have them film them do this. Why? Because good begets good, and people are looking for good stories during this time. And you want to know what? There's probably going to be shifts in that transportation company. But when people start flying again, it's not a matter of if, it's when. People will fly again. And when that happens, that company is going to be top of mind. Right now, we're all playing the long game. And as we play the long game, is there a way for you to give back what you do? Right now, I'm applying the same thing. Can I share everything I know with other people who can't afford this type of education? Speaking of education, way number 3 to innovate your business during this time is to create e-learning. Now, you probably have been thinking, you know what, I really should create an ebook. I've really wanted to do an educational course. I really wanted to have coaching calls. Guess what, baby boo? You got time right about now. The question becomes, how will you use this time? One of my sweet friends is a travel professional. She does luxury travel. In a matter of 2 weeks, she lost her income for the entire year. That is so scary. And she could have sat there and crossed her arms and she could have put her heels in the mud. She could have raised an angry fist, and she did. And then we had a conversation. I said, listen, there's no way you can get your clients back, at least not right now, but serve them well and tell them that when they come back and when they're ready to plan their future vacation, you will honor them by giving them something a little extra. I don't know what that extra is, but once you have a client and they decided to pause, it doesn't mean they're gone. It just means that they're not right there. How do you serve them well? And then what do you do with this extra time She's now creating a course for travel professionals on how to use social media to book out clients, which is how she built her business. Step number 4 is to invest in a new skill. I have to tell you that right now I have been home, and whether or not the new skill is related to your business, perhaps the way that you consume the content for that skill will change how you approach it. Case in point, I am not a cook. Listen, people send prayers for me when I'm in the kitchen. There's like, oh shoot, is she gonna burn the joint down? You know what? I have turned over a new leaf during COVID. I am now cooking. 2 days ago, I made my husband, I don't know if you guys are familiar with this Mexican breakfast. It's called huevos rancheros, right? It's like a tortilla. It's like a crispy tortilla with beans and salsa and a fried egg. And my husband was like, who are you? And can we stay quarantined for the rest of my life? And I didn't tell him, but like now I'm spilling the tea. I had actually seen one of those 60-second cooking videos on Instagram. I went to that account and I started consuming videos, and I started realizing that this skill, listen, I'm not going to become a chef, nor am I going to cook. Listen, the best thing I make is reservations. Thank you, Jesus. But what I am saying is the way that I was consuming that video content opened my eyes to be like, I need to start creating video content that is much shorter, much quicker, and a very quick tutorial base instead of long form videos. It's something for me to start testing. Last way to innovate during your business is to start a new project. Now, this, I want you to give yourselves a lot of permission.
Can I borrow for some of those huevos rancheros?
Oh my God, look at you guys. I made my husband huevos rancheros 2 days ago, and I'm getting coffee this morning. Yes, God. You know what? Not all things Corona are bad. Too soon? Okay, let's go back to the thing that we were talking about, and that was to start a new project. Starting a new project gives you the ability to test things in your business without you feeling like it's do or die. This project has to work because I spent so much time and money on it. This project listen, right now, you have freedom. Nothing has to work. Nothing has to work. There are no rules. The business that you had 2 weeks ago is not the business you have today and will not be the business you have in 2 weeks. The question is, are you ready to innovate? Are you ready to try one of these 5 ways or all 5 ways to innovate your business? I am telling you, I am. That's exactly what I'm doing. So if you're ready to get started and you don't know exactly where to innovate your business, I am here to tell you that you can get a free sneak peek access to Social Curator. You can find us at socialcurator.com/sneak peek. Now, the reason we did this has never existed before. But remember those 3 questions that I asked you to ask yourself? Number 1, what are people asking for? Number 2, what is culturally relevant? Number 3, what can I do that is new? That right there, friends, we came up with the sneak peek access of Social Curator. And this is for business owners, and it's not a sell. It's no nonsense, no pitch, no ask. Just get in there and do the dang work. When you sign up, you will get access to this issue that comes with Instagram story templates, so you know how to show up on stories and photos. It comes in with Instagram captions for you to copy and paste and show up on social. It comes with a marketing action plan. So here we're going to walk you through how to schedule your social media so that you're showing up every day, and you're going to decide how many times you're going to post in a week. And then we give you a worksheet. We give you no nonsense ways for you to show up. Y'all, this is us serving an audience and innovating with our business. Socialcurator.com/sneak peek. Let's get into your questions now, because I am here in a place of service to you and I want to show up. Okay, Jennifer Klein says, just having trouble focusing as we literally just found out school will be out until April 24th. Yes, Jennifer. Can I tell you, can you check out Deep Space Sparkle at Instagram and on Facebook? Deep Space Sparkle. Patty is a dear friend of mine, and she teaches art teachers how to teach art. But then all of a sudden, let's go back to quick innovation. She is now teaching parents how to do crafts at home that kids can do on their own. The parents set them up and then the kids go on their own. Like, Jennifer, I understand that having a child, I can now say, ooh, I'm getting a little teary-eyed. I've waited years to become a mom, and now I have a newborn. And let me just tell you, I have empathy for mothers at home with babies and with kids. Like right now, I had to schedule this live because the baby is sleeping, but like, yo, it's a new life. But what does your children deserve? My daughter deserves a mother who is prioritizing her future and teaching her how to show up courageously, is teaching her how to innovate, is teaching her how to say that even though we are cooped up, we will not be cooped in. Ooh, I'm going to say that again. Even though we are cooped up, we are not cooped in. We will continue to rise. Is it hard, Jennifer? Yes. Is it harder now than it was 2 weeks ago? Yes. But it's hard, but you are I wanted to say this is tough, but you are tougher. But I chose you are hard. And I was like, but you are harder. And I was like, nope, that doesn't work. This is tough, but you are tougher, boo-boo. Okay. Stephanie says, I'm thankful for the extra time to boost my big new business. Yes, Stephanie, there is a silver lining in all situations. In all situations, there is a silver lining. Some of us have to work really hard to find it, but it's there. Lisa Thompson said, I think it's about being agile and being unscripted. The world is changing minute by minute. All you can do is be flexible and open. The world is going to be very different in the coming weeks. Yes, it is. And you want to know what, Lisa? And you want to know what, anybody else who cares to listen? The world will be different, and I am here for it. I believe that the world is going through a freaking renaissance. There has never, I got to put my coffee down. I'm about to go crazy. There has never been a better time for a business owner to build their business on social media. Why? Early studies have shown that people now that they're not driving to work or on the bus or in school, they're on social media twice as much as they were before. So if people are on social media twice as much, and a lot of the content is very scary and negative, these people are searching for education, entertainment, and escape. Education, entertainment, or escape. Right now, we can, as business owners, I am showing up, and I really wish I could be entertaining. That's not it. I am showing up because I am creating education. How can you, in your business, create escape, entertainment, or education? There has never been more of a time for people to consume your content in relation to your business. Now, if you're like, I'm not even sure if I'm here to start a business, I don't even know why I'm actually watching this live, don't worry. socialcurator.com/sneak peek. I have created a video to walk you through and explain what it is we're doing and how we're doing it. Frankie Darrow says, how do you use the slides in Facebook again? I am using a third-party service called Wirecast. Check it out. Sandra says, Jasmine is probably the only one looking smoking during these working days from home. Why are you not in PJs like the rest of us? Okay, listen. I have been cooped up for so many days. Like yesterday, I gave Luna is my daughter, I gave Luna a bath, and I put her in this cute outfit, and I put on a big bow, and my husband, it's like 7:30, and he's like, why are you dressing her up? She's going to go to bed. And I was like, because she needs to feel good about herself, okay? We're all not feeling good about ourselves. And my husband's like, whoa, okay. So then this morning I woke up and I decided to get out of PJs. I spent all day yesterday in PJs. And you want to know what? I live my best life. Today, though, I'm turning a new leaf. I'm innovating my fashion game. Not really. I mean, it's still like a party on bottom. It's like professional top and a party on bottom. You know, got to keep it real. Enid said, Jasmine, I need help with something like this. I've been wanting to offer each of my clients something like this. I'm not interested in reinventing your beautiful wheel. I want to help with actually managing the content and using the tools to network online and collaborate. Okay, Enid. So I know Enid. She's a member of Social Curator. She is a brand photographer and she does social media management. The thing right now, Enid, is that you need to position yourself as an authority. You need to tell your clients that even though they don't want to show up on social media, that now is the time to do it. You do not need any of the Social Curator content. You are creating content for your clients from taking their own photos. You need to give them a map. You need to give them a challenge. You need to say, let's set up a free 10-minute call. And then all the call is making them believe that their business won't fail. Because it's like people are getting so caught up and like, you know, Jennifer had mentioned, oh, my kids are going to be in school for another 3-4 weeks. But what's going to happen in 8 weeks? What's going to happen in 10 weeks? I want you to have a business in 8 weeks, and I want you to have a business in 10 weeks. But you will not have a business in 8 or 10 weeks if you're not willing to do the work today. Because the less work that you do today, the less likely you are going to have a successful business in the future. And I know that sounds really daunting, but like I'm your homegirl and I'm a friend and I'm just dealing it to you straight. If you're not willing to do the hard work now, you don't deserve the fruits of the people who are working of then in the future. I choose the work because when I do work, I get clarity. When I do work, I get faith. When I do work, I get fortitude. I only preach, like I literally only preach what I do. I only deal what I use. Okay, we're all being clear. I only deal coffee. I'm dealing coffee because I use coffee, okay? Don't get your minds out of the gutter, y'all. Okay, Shanna said, loved what you said in the preview email. Every day is uncertain as an entrepreneur. This is nothing new to the entrepreneurial mindset. Let's do the dang thing. Yes, Shanna. Thank you for reminding me what I wrote. And yes, I did write that. Every day is uncertain as an entrepreneur. Why all of a sudden when the world becomes uncertain, we're like, oh no. Listen, your success as a business owner, with or without whatever is going on in the world right now, doesn't depend on outside forces. Your success as an entrepreneur depends strongly on your ability to innovate, strongly on your ability to show up, and strongly on your ability to create content when you don't want to. Because let me tell you something, baby boo. There were late nights as we created the free sneak peek access to Social Curator for people to, the team, not just me, the team stayed up late on a Sunday night. Last Sunday, we're doing test runs. How does tech work? How do emails? How are we doing? How are the downloads? Nobody wants to be working on a Sunday night, and yet we do. Why? Because the world is different. It is not more or less uncertain now than it used to be, but we got to show up in bigger ways to save the work that we have been doing. Do not let the next 2, 4, or 6 weeks stop you what has taken 2, 4, 6 years to build. I'm going to show up for you because I want you showing up for you. Okay, let's get into another question. Mila said, struggling what to offer as a family and newborn photographer right now since we can't have sessions. Now, let me be real. Photographers, event planners, people in the travel profession, these people have been hit so incredibly hard. But I have seen photographers really innovate. Like a couple of days ago, I had seen somebody saying, like, as a photographer, like, everybody's stuck indoors, so here are 10 poses that you can do on a couch. I thought that was really, really, really smart, because even though photographers are taking a hit, it doesn't mean that you could stop creating or sharing content. Photographers have thousands and thousands of photos. Even if you're going back a year or two and revisiting old family sessions just to keep the content moving forward, like, you want to make sure that you stay top of mind. And the messaging, if I was a family photographer, is just like, the time that you're spending indoors with your family is priceless. The minute that you can go outside, allow me to document those first moments of you guys experiencing what it means to go out as a family again. If you guys created, okay, post number 2, as families are indoors a lot more, maybe you're doing something different, cooking together as a family, eating as a family, having family game night. I would love to go in and document these precious moments as soon as I'm able. How fun would it be to look back at your 8 and 10-year-old playing Monopoly together at the family table? Let me know. I'm scheduling mini sessions in the next 6 weeks. Like, yo, do whatever you need to do to start pre-planning those sessions and having people put deposits so you get a small source of revenue, so that when all of a sudden the market does open again, you're ready. You have your shoots ready to go. You have fresh content and you're top of people's minds. Stella said, how do you get people to care about products? Shopping. My items are made in the USA. So, Stella, I'm not going to say that this is right, but what I am focusing on right now is less like the products are made in the US. I want them to be, but that's not the driving force, because I also know that, like, if a product was made in Italy, I would feel like very happy supporting Italians during this time too. My main focus is shopping small. Like, just yesterday, I bought a gift certificate for a local spa that I get a facial. Now, I don't get facials every month. I get a facial like maybe twice a year. But I bought a gift certificate to support them because they're like, listen, we had to close the spa and we don't want to close the spa. Like, our where we get our dog haircut, they call it the spa, but it's SPAW, the spa. Like spa. I mean, you guys, it's so cute. She sent this really, really, really tough email. She said, I had to lay off everybody on the team. It's just myself. I don't want to let go of the spa during this time. Can you buy gift certificates for future dog and pet services? Which I did, which I totally did. And I do think that it's important when it comes to products that if they're made in the USA, say that that when people buy those products, they're supporting somebody working in a factory, in a home, a small business owner, whatever it is, but go to the human aspect. Right now, when I am shopping, I am really focused on the human aspect of who it's affecting. Candace Betty, do you think it's appropriate to run paid ads for your culturally relevant part of or services at this time? Yes. Candace, this is one thing that I don't want business owners to ever apologize for. If you have built up a successful business that will weather this storm, and if you have built up a successful business that you can continue to pay for ads, good for you. Stand up tall. Tilt your head up and say you did the dang work. Because I want to tell small business owners who have the money to still pay for ads is that there's never been a better time for ads. Why? The big conglomerate businesses, they don't know how to adapt so quickly to the cultural conversation, and they're like, oh, should we be running ads? I watched YouTube videos from Facebook and Instagram ad professionals saying that major corporations have cut back on their ad spend. Which for a small business owner, I hear that and I'm like, heck yes. Because all of a sudden, when these big conglomerates who are spending hundreds of millions of dollars and they're cutting back on their ads, it means that there's more opportunity for ads for people like you, Stella, who is a small business owner running ads that are culturally relevant to a specific group of audience who are now spending twice as much time on social media than they did before. Your ads are going to kill. If you have money right now to invest in ads, do it. Heck yes, all day, every day. Do not apologize. Do not question. If your product or service is helping people, is serving people, is relevant to the time, and you can afford to do it, go on, boo. Go on. Shake that tail feather. Do the dang thing. You've worked hard to get to this point. Clap it up. All right, friends, I come on every week. I have these conversations for 20 to 25 minutes. Our time has now come, but please feel free to leave questions. I'm going to be revisiting them to the best of my ability. If you would like to get free access to Social Curator, please feel free to visit socialcurator.com/sneak peek. No pitch, no ad, no sell. This is for you. We want you to stop making excuses why your business can't succeed and find reasons why it will. Much love, stay healthy, and take care. Love you, friends.